morning and welcome to Rose Red Homestead Micro Moment Monday, where we're going to talk some turkey. And we'll get started on that in just a moment. I have a couple of quick points first. Number one is that I really apologize that the 5-flavor pound cake recipe didn't show up on your end. I had decided, we have been camping, and I decided I would go ahead and wait until we got to camp to upload it. And I did. I uploaded it and I could see it on my end, or so I thought. But what was happening was all I was looking at was my side of it. And if I looked closer, that little wheel that shows that things are working was just turning and turning and turning and turning. So it really wasn't up there. We had terrible Wi-Fi service there. So I had to wait until we got home to get it up there. So it went up, I think it went up Thursday night of last week. So you should find it up there on recipes. Just click on recipes and go down to where it's talking about food storage suites, and it's the last one listed there. Second point, while we were still at camp this past week and just getting ready to load Blue, my phone rang, and it looked on the caller ID, it was our bank. And so I answered the phone, and the gentleman on the other end identified himself and asked if I was, and he said my name. And I said yes, it sounded so official. And he said, this is the fraud division, and we are just checking with you to see if you just spent $825 at Best Buy. And are you traveling away from home? Well, you know, it came across as being legitimate, but I didn't fall for it. And what I said before I disclosed any information, except I did say, yes, this is Pam when he asked, I said, here's what I'm going to do. My policy is that because of all the fraud going on, I'm going to call the bank myself and I will check there to just be sure that this isn't a fraud call. Click, he hung right up. And then I called my bank. Meanwhile, while my call was going through to the bank, he attempted to contact me about 3 more times. When I contacted the bank, there was no fraud alert. There was no huge charge like that. But I just wanted to pass that on. Since we did last week for a micro moment, we did tips for avoiding scammers. The people at my bank really congratulated me. Being a senior person, I think maybe they think seniors are a little deft in the head, for handling it the way that I did instead of giving any information. I'm not about to tell a stranger that, oh no, we're away from home. In fact, Jim and I were talking back and forth on our way home about what we could say if someone says like that and we suspect a fraud, but just to kind of get back at them, I would say oh yes, we're home. In fact, we have an instructor over here giving a class on firearm safety. So that might discourage someone from finding out if we're not home, they want to come over and rip us off. Anyway, just fraud is alive and well out there, and we all need to be alert. One of our viewers gave such a heart-wrenching story of fraud that she experienced, and you might want to skim through and read through hers. It's a little bit of a lengthy post, but my heart just went out to her to read what she had to say. Okay, let's talk a little turkey. Well, this past week, we went trailer camping with my sister Cindy and her husband John, and we have, I think, 3 other videos in doing things with Cindy and John, and they are such a delight. We went to Palisades State Park in central Utah, and it is right smack in the middle of turkey country. Well, and my sister, who I just adore, she is such a fabulous cook. She says, let's celebrate turkey. And so we had 6 turkey meals in 3 days, and they were all down at her trailer. She fixed all the turkey. She and John fixed all the turkey, and we brought the sides. But we just had the best time exploring turkey recipes that were non-holiday recipes. And we were able to go to Norbest is the producer there in that area where most of the turkey farmers or turkey ranchers, whatever they're called, will contract to have their turkeys processed. Well, we went to the Norbest Company store, and their prices were amazing. If ever you get to the little central Utah town of Moroni, right in that town is the Norbest factory store or the company store. And turkey prices there are about half price. Turkey is such a wonderful meat. It is not super expensive, especially at the company store. And it is very high protein, very low in calories, low in fat. And so it's a great meat to have on hand and to use, especially as we're thinking about food security and emergency preparedness and level 1 emergency preparedness, where we have things in our freezer, pantry, and refrigerator that will last us 60 days. If everything shuts down, we'll have 60 days worth of meals. We've talked about that a lot, and we even have a cookbook on it. But I wanted to tell you that I learned quite a bit. I found a historical account of the turkey industry in the state of Utah, and it was a pretty amazing story. They almost went under several times, but because of wonderful leadership, the growers in that area united in a co-op and worked together with the Utah Farm Bureau, and they became so adept at moving quickly and positioning themselves so that they could adopt the latest technology, adopt the latest research on how to reduce and prevent turkey mortality, that they were able to save the business and have become a major grower. Norbest is the producer there, and when we were at the company store, the guy that we talked to said that they processed, Jim, what was it, 118,000 turkeys per day?
I don't remember the number.
But it was over 100,000 turkeys per day at their plant right there. So these are the turkeys that I just pulled these out of our level 1 food storage. Here's the Norbest turkey that we got locally at our own grocery store last Thanksgiving when the prices were low. These two things we picked up at the company store. This is a turkey breast. It is hickory smoked. And then here is a chub of ground turkey, all natural ground turkey. And then from our own level 1, here is a packet of frozen turkey chunks. Here's the side that doesn't have the frost on it. And this is from probably our last Thanksgiving turkey. And so as we had the turkey at camp, we began to talk, Cindy and I, about these recipes are so good, and they're not the holiday recipes. They're not the usual holiday recipes. And we ought to put out a little recipe book. And so that's what we are doing. This is just a draft of it. It is called Turkey Country Recipes, and it's by the 4 of us. Cindy and John and Jim and me have all worked together on this. And some of the meals that we had on our camp were Cindy's turkey tetrazzini, which will be in this book. We had, there's a famous barbecue sauce that is regional, and we have that recipe. It's a turkey barbecue sauce. And we had some turkey cutlets that were grilled. John grilled them. Oh, they were so good. They were just breast cutlets, slices of breast that had been marinated in this. And then there's a ski resort turkey chili recipe that is going to be in there. And then of all the fun things, John and Cindy had the Disneyland turkey drumsticks. I guess Disneyland is quite famous for those. I don't know. I've hardly ever, I think I've been to Disneyland once and don't remember any drumsticks, but I guess they're quite famous. And they did those for us, and they were so much fun. In fact, that you can see the picture of us on the opening of this video. I also went online and found some Utah turkey recipes, including a turkey meatball recipe that has a little cube of cheese on the inside. So we will have this booklet ready in probably by the end of next week, I hope, and get it up there for you so that you can enjoy it. Now, here's the big thing that I discovered. I have always thought that it was a little bit strange that in the USDA guidebook and even the new USDA collaboration with University of Georgia on their new website that they have up that we featured in a video recently. There is nothing about pressure canning turkey. There's canning chicken and rabbit, but no canning turkey. And so I didn't think that you could do it. Well, having this experience down in turkey country and thinking and researching more about turkey, yes, you can do it. You can absolutely can turkey. In a separate publication, the USDA gives instructions on how you can turkey and other game birds. I will be putting the link to that publication underneath the description of this video. Also, one of my go-to places for safe canning is, in fact, healthycanning.com, and I've mentioned it numerous times in my videos, and they have a recipe for a canning turkey that is tested and safe. I will put that link down there as well for any of you who want to can turkey. So we're going to be busy over the next few days making up these recipes that are in our new book and testing them. We don't ever put a recipe out that we have not taste tested ourselves, so we'll be doing that. But I did want to talk a little bit of turkey with you, most especially to let you know that it is possible to can turkey. So I hope that this opens your horizons a little bit as you think about turkey, and we'll be back soon with that little booklet, and also we'll be featuring some of the ways we fix turkey as well. So thanks for being with us, and we will see you again next week for another Micro Moment Monday.